the 5 best GLP-1 berberine patches for women, and the only one I recommend to my best friend. GLP-1 berberine patches obtain the weight loss from my world. We analyze formulas so you don't waste your time on the wrong choice. So it looks like they're going for like. So this is not like a typical advertorial that's ran on Meta. Okay, that's where I kind of specialize in. Advertorials ran on Meta, but basically, this is an advertorial that ranked their top 5 berberine patches, right? And berberine patches are berberine patches. Berberine patches are patches containing berberine and other botanicals supporting weight management, appetite. So they're little patches for weight loss, which, in my opinion, like, if you want to lose weight, it's calories. Count your calories. That's basically it. More calories if you're bulking, less calories if you're cutting. That's my honest opinion. But when it comes to selling products, none of that matters, okay? People don't want to hear calories. People don't want to hear, eat less or eat these types of foods. Even if they know that's what's going to make them lose weight, they don't want that. They want like quick solutions, okay? Now, obviously, they're very skeptical because they've tried a lot of solutions before. And berberine patches, right? It looks like they're talking about berberine patches can be lost, feel effortless. It looks like a really easy option on how to fix weight loss. And I'm curious how much they're charging for this. But basically, I'll go over this quick because it's not really like a normal advertorial. This is kind of like, I would describe it as a listicle for competitors. It's basically a comparison advertorial versus the top 5. Typically, you don't see people running stuff like this on Meta, which I love making advertorials for Meta ads and everything in general. But why GLBB1 berberine? Okay, so they're selling it, right? So they're selling it from nados.co and they're calling it Healthy Shape, which they're running it from like an external brand, which is what you guys should do if you're running like a comparison page, or if you're even just in general. You can write advertorials coming from like a different authority perspective. Like if you're coming from let's say a hair report website, right? If you're selling for hair loss, or you could sell a weight support, weight support daily, right? You can just literally come up with some site that sounds like it's an article site, and then just make your advertorial like that. So it looks like they're selling these Slimvia berberine patches, 30 patches for 1 month. Okay, they're selling a supplement, it looks like. Starter 30 days. Okay. Or I don't know. I mean, did I say supplement? I meant to say subscription, but it looks like they're not running a subscription. Or I don't know. I don't really see it right here. I mean, not bad. Not bad on the images. I feel like it could be better a bit. This buy 2 get 1 free Christmas offer. Okay. They got their Power Trio 90 days, buy 2 get 1 free. And so these patches are like, if I'm being honest, like, you sell these patches to like people who just, I don't know, this is just like a sticker that you put on yourself, and they're selling it for like $30, which, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, that's what they're selling, but they're, for some reason, all these CTAs just link to their product, right? They talk about patch aid, GLP support patch. They visit it, and then visit site. They're just sending them to their product, which they say A+. And I will say, this kind of website like this, that Like this seems like such like a non-salesy, it's just like an informative website, right? An informative website talking about alternatives that, maybe they make pay off of commission, but it looks like they're not even linking to any competitors' pages. They're only linking to their page. So they got the efficiency, value for money, refund policy. Right, okay. So they got all these. Why should ditch quick fixes and willpower? Isn't another trend, it's a science based. Why berberine took the right spot. Red flags to avoid, incomplete formulas, lack of transparency. Right, okay, so I'm kind of missing a CTA here. I'll probably put a CTA near the end. They scroll down, right? They don't want to go all the way scroll up. There's not even like a proper CTA. It's like all the way up here. So in my opinion, right, this kind of website is, it's like, it's definitely more like middle of funnel, because these guys, like, I mean, they're not really selling the product too much. I mean, I guess you can like just look at, if you're looking for berberine patches, I guess this will just recommend you this one where you might not even know anything about it, but like I'm thinking berberine patches, like you have to know some sort of information about it, like to actually buy it. And kind of what they explain here, this is more of like a middle of funnel like explanation as what the best berberine patches are. So people who are buying these products, they probably know about berberine patches, okay? They know that berberine patches are for weight loss because they're talking about, I'm going to recommend to my friend. And let me just see, berberine patches Reddit. Let's see. So sick of these berberine patches that are as effective as Mounjaro, I supplement Mounjaro. Some of us dealing severe insulin resistance. Some guy on TikTok said, I've tried Mounjaro stuff and it didn't work. One thing, he's paid to advertise a wide range of products. So, okay. So it looks like, I mean, this is 8 months ago. This is kind of recent. So, berberine stickers. I mean, really, a lot of people in these past few years have been buying on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, like any ads that they've seen. Like they see stuff like this and ads that link them to these kind of pages. People are already knowing, like, oh, I've seen this on TikTok and they said it works or they said it didn't work. And they're already like seeing through like people advertising and everything. So when you're running advertorials, right, you can literally straight up mention, oh, I've seen this on TikTok, I've seen this on Facebook ad, I've seen this on, a Google ad or Reddit, right? Some people in a bunch of advertorials, I don't see people actually straight up talking as if it was like a blog or like, just an article page. Because with an article page, they'll just say stuff like that, like, oh, people are raving on YouTube or on social media, TikTok, whatever. This, typically, I don't make advertorials like this. I like to make story advertorials. But what you can take away from this is like, this is less of like a salesy, a more informative page, where if you're running like a comparison advertorial, you can do something like this, like putting the grades and putting ratings and, giving like a description of each could actually work well for your brand. You can even run this on Meta. You can definitely do that. But when you're writing like a story, definitely for a product like this, it's just like patches, which, my opinion, like I don't really believe it. I don't think it works. But then again, like you're just an advertiser. You're trying to market a product. Most products, they won't even get you the results. Okay, and even if they could get you results, they won't stick. Probably, right? An example is gym equipment, right? most people who go to a gym, like let's say you're a 30-year-old mom wants to lose weight. Most 30-year-old moms want to lose weight. Don't lose weight and keep it off. Some of them it might work temporarily, it might go back. Some of them they buy like let's say gym memberships, but they don't even go to the gym, right? So I mean, you don't really have to feel bad for people buying stuff that they might not use. Those are just some thoughts, in general. Some people, they're like very, what's the word? They're very like, right, not righteous, but like, I guess they're more like ethical where they don't want to sell products that are like bad or whatever. Really, like, I don't even think this works, but people buy this stuff, okay? As long as you frame it correctly, where this kind of solution is different from everything else, how this will increase your metabolism, whatever. Because if you can make them believe it, they will buy it, okay? Especially women. It looks like they're targeting women with this because of the colors, but those are just some thoughts when writing your own advertorials, right? If you're writing a comparison advertorial like this, you can keep that in mind when you're selling products. You can just like straight up. Now with compliance, like you can't really like mention other people's products if you want to scale to like big numbers on Meta. One of my clients actually, he specifically mentioned like he had like a lawsuit with I think one or two other hair loss companies where he really didn't want me putting their brand names in their advertorials, right? So yeah, that's basically it. When you're writing advertorials and you're writing them for like middle of funnel, like I would probably go off like even people who know about berberine patches, I can probably say that they're probably skeptical, okay? What you really need is to break their belief. Because I mean, I don't see too many berberine patches for weight loss in stores. I guess they probably will be in a few years. But like 12 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 months ago, 3 weeks ago, I mean, there's definitely a bunch of berberine patches that are going on social media. So if you want to take advantage of it, like you just gotta explain it and make them believe it, because it seems like it's kind of a new thing in weight loss, like relatively new, because there's a lot of people who haven't tried it yet. But yeah, when you're making your advertorials, just think about like you just have to make them believe it, okay? This product, in my opinion, just too hard to believe. But I mean, I'm not really like, so you'd be selling for to really desperate women who want like an effortless solution to their problem. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if I'm writing an advertorial, man, I would definitely include some like Reddit experience where you can just literally you see so many people on Reddit here. You just look at their experiences and then implement them into your advertorial, right? You can write stories about these people. And also, I make advertorials on Meta. So if you're running a brand and you need advertorials made for you, I'll make them pretty quick. Just message me on Meta. It's in the description, and that's basically it.